catalyst event, a quantum event, an eruption. I spend daily time alone with God. And the message that came through prior to physical events happening was eruption. And it's a very powerful moment in the history of humanity. And it's my honor to be here to share this time with everyone that's joining in on the live stream and watching this on the replay. This is a catalyst moment in the history of humanity. This is a quantum event. And yesterday, we witnessed an attempted assassination on Donald Trump. And, when we look at quantum events, this is a very negative event at first glance. But when you deal with quantum events, it's something I've been sharing on the channel. As we go through the expansion of human consciousness, we don't really know at first glance, is this a very negative thing or is this a very positive thing? And, as we are shifting as a species, humanity as a whole, we have to take a deeper dive into the energetic meanings of what's happening. So you might be new to this very powerful channel and community, Our Everyday Lives. I dive into the energetic and spiritual themes of certain events that are happening so that we can improve our lives in all three phases. So, and it's part of our world. A lot of people only look at the physical. I've been sharing this on the channel for a long time. Things happen energetically before they manifest with an event physically in our reality. So sometimes you might be feeling certain shifts and then all of a sudden something in the physical manifests that is a representation of that energy. It's coming from the spiritual realm as well. I'm going to share a breakdown of my day with full transparency so that you could see how I got a message. We had a major catalyst event that occurred yesterday, and what does this mean, and what are the new leaders of the new earth, who is being called forward, how God allows things to backfire powerfully in the enemy's face. A lot of you are tuned into God. You have the God frequency. You have the Christ energy that's actually flowing through you at this time. Many people are rising up with great power because this is a time period of revelation. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It means it's a great revealing. A great revealing is happening at this time, and we're looking at these events. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly hit the like button? I'm very grateful for that. It helps many people find this very powerful message of empowerment, and a lot of people are lost at this time. They're very confused. A lot of people are concerned, and you might be tuned in. You might be concerned with the recent event, and I'm here to help guide you through this time period. So it does look like a very dark time, but it is a catalyst so that people will actually rise up, because sometimes we need that little nudge to make us be so aware and bring us together. I reflect back, back in 2001 and how everyone, banded together. And that's the energy that we have. The world is so divided at this time, and what we actually need is people coming together. We are experiencing a massive energetic shift. And, as we go into today's lesson, I'm going to share what I went through earlier in the day. And remember, there are no coincidences. There are only synchronicities. A catalyst will allow energy to be released. More energy has been built up. I share on this channel, you might have been here, you might be brand new today, the body and the collective. So your increasing energy that you're feeling, you might feel like you're going to erupt inside. You might have been feeling this in the past few days. Well, that also happens on the main stage. Remember the microcosm and the macrocosm. but this is to bring out the best, in you on your journey, and to bring out the best in the world. You know, and on my journey, I really stayed disconnected from mainstream media. So this really, I'm giving you an inner look of you know, what really happened as I get these messages from God. And, you know, I've been sharing on the channel about the ascension symptoms that many people are experiencing across the world. And, you know, it's been a time period, a past few weeks. People, you might be tuning into this, you might have been sleeping a little extra. And then the last couple of days, all of a sudden you're waking up, you're like a ball of energy, you're very wired. You might, I have a phrase, beat the alarm. You might wake up early, you can't go to sleep. Something's in the ether, something's going on. So especially when you are disconnected, you're disconnected and you're just kind of alone. I spend time alone with God on a daily basis. And I've shared how when we level up, so it could be for ourselves, as the community, as the collective, there is a very, you know, real quiet, a period of pullback that doesn't make sense. And, you know, it's just, I do daily videos here, 9 a.m. Eastern if you're new. And yesterday it was so quiet, you know, I noticed there wasn't a lot of people watching the daily video that it normally is. And I'm like, and I'm feeling something's wrong. I went to the gym and I still had this feeling like something is wrong, feeling a little bit irritable. And so now I go home, I eat my lunch, I go out, and now I'm spending my time alone with God. I spend time alone with God in nature on a daily basis. That's one of the most important things that you have to stay focused on during this process, during this time period. Are you spending time alone with God? It really is going to help you navigate this time period of turbulence. So I'm sitting alone. I'm out on the beach, and when you're out on the beach, you're actually grounding. It might bring you down. You might feel good, which I normally am. But I'm sitting on the beach, and I'm feeling very like irritable, stirred up, and I'm feeling like something is wrong. Something is wrong. And I felt this energy. And when God speaks to me, and God is speaking to you as well, dear one, you know, when God speaks to me, it's very simple. When you get energies, when you get the word of God, it comes very simple. It's not complex. It comes in a word or it comes in a short phrase. And the word that kept coming to me is eruption. Eruption. I felt it. Eruption. So I continue my day and I come home and I do my work. I eat dinner. And I go back to the beach for sunset, and that's how I'm really dealing with the turbulent energies and times. You might be feeling anxiety at this time. Remember, we all pick up on the collective as well. So I've been feeling a little bit of anxiety. You know, it's really important to make your wellness a top priority. Self-care, a top priority. Your personal ascension, a top priority. So now I'm on the beach and I'm totally disconnected from everything. And, you know, I'm doing my ground and I'm looking at the sunset. And then I look at my phone and my phone blew up. And I see all these texts and messages, you know, Donald Trump was shot. Donald Trump was shot. You know, and I look up, you know, and you just pull it up on Google, you see it everywhere. So this is an insight of someone that's really disconnected from mainstream, but is you know, I'm intuitive, I'm in tune to the energies, and we're all in this energy field right now. This is a massive moment. This is a catalyst moment in the history of humanity, which is also a quantum event. It's a great revealing, and you know, the truth cannot be told, it can only be realized. So we're realizing a massive shift. And, you know, when you look at things at face value, you know, you have an individual, and I'll be sharing this later with some other people. We all have a calling in life. And where we started out when we were, you know, brought into the matrix and we might have had a position earlier in our lives, that was to give us specific skills for where we need to go. So you have a person that, you know, kind of really, quote unquote, doesn't need this job, but keeps going in adversity. I've shared a video and I want you all to write this down. You want to know where the hand of God moves? Beyond motivated, driven. Write that down. Thousands of people in the comments section, beyond motivated, driven. That's how we're identifying who's who at this time period. Beyond motivated, driven. When you're doing the work of God, when you're here to build a new earth, God is going to give you an unlimited and inexhaustible source of energy. You could see it within people. Those that have been on the channel with me for a long time, you could see this. God, when you are in alignment, and that's why you really have to listen to your body at this time. When you are out of alignment, right? When you're out of alignment, you might see ailments, you might see pain. But when you are in alignment, see, I'm live right now, and you could see the energy building because I'm in alignment with what I need to do to serve the people, serve myself, right? Because we have to be in alignment with what we do on a daily basis. And you are beyond motivated. You're driven to do the work. You can't stop doing the work. You dream about the work. You know, I do daily videos here, and it's not a problem for me to do it. I'm driven to do the work. I never want to stop doing the work. That's how you know. So you're seeing this within people, and you know you could see how darkness tries to stop, and you know I could see a man go on stage without a teleprompter, right? You see anyone else that does this without a teleprompter? And just talks and goes and has a ton of energy and keeps talking and keeps talking and keeps going. And you could see people try to silence. And obviously a terrible event yesterday with the attempted assassination on Donald Trump. It's a very terrible thing. But what it's doing, it's waking up humanity, and we're seeing clearly. And I share about the narcissist and the narcissistic energy. So when we study, you could study, people, you could study energy themes. When you look at the narcissistic energy always tries to silence you. So you might be doing the work of God, and you might come across this on your journey. The narcissistic energy trying to silence you. Right? Because they can't control you. Remember this. A man of principle, a woman of principle cannot be moved because you're driven by God. You're driven by God. I appreciate all the beautiful comments on the live stream. If you just joined us, could you kindly hit the like button so others will hear this very powerful message of empowerment? This is a catalyst event that is happening right now. We don't have to wait any longer. We're living in it right now. Human nature and togetherness, that's what it actually brings out. I did a video, a couple of weeks ago, and you could, when we analyze organisms, right? If you're new to the channel, I take science, I take metaphysics, I take spirituality, and I blend it into a beautiful package and I present it to you. When you analyze organisms of the same species, they don't try to attack each other. So when you're witnessing that, maybe in certain humans, in humanity, that is coming from a spiritual level. That's not part of our biology. Togetherness is what we need, being happy and coming together. So we're starting to realize, and this is something that Dr. Bruce Lipton has shared. If you're new to Dr. Bruce Lipton, you should check him out. And you have to really understand the frequencies that we all put out. And he said language was designed to hide feelings. Language was designed to hide feelings. So, you could see people, the enemy tries to slander you. The enemy tries to silence you. But when you sit back, you have these feelings. Okay, we're not supposed to be numb to this. All right, you can know who the enemies are, the predators are, the nice people, if you will. And Dr. Bruce Lipton said, the gazelle doesn't have to go over and ask the lion, are you going to eat me? We just pick up on energies. And we just know. It's in our human nature. But in the society and reality right now, people have given up on God. They have given up on their human nature. And they're listening. What are they listening to? Ready? They're listening to subconscious programming. Who gave you the subconscious programs? And we're seeing this. I heard another man speak about this. That there are people that put out hate, 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 and this man is no good, and that person is no good, and it's eternal damnation if you follow this man or you watch or you do anything like that. So when they do that, they're getting in the subconscious mind, and they're creating not such a great outcome within the subconscious programming of people. I'm here to share with you the subconscious programming that's not yours. It was given to you. So it takes a lot of energy to dismantle these subconscious programs. This is a moment of inspiration and empowerment. Okay, when I look at things, and you might do this as well. You have to be in tune. Tesla said, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I saw, I saw the event go on. It's like I saw a man dripping with blood and pump fisting his fist in the air. Keep going. That's the message I've been sharing. Keep going. 1,000 people. Write it in the comments. Thousands and thousands of people. I want you to focus on simple words. Keep going. That's a message from God. Keep going. Write it over and over. I'm watching a man dripping in blood, pumping his fist in the air, and all I hear is keep going. This is a message of empowerment. That's an inspirational sign. And I know a lot of you are, very intuitive like I am, and you could look at a situation and you could see the deeper level and you know what's going on in the situation. But all you need to do is look at an image, look at something, and you see that. There's no fear. There's just keep going. And that is the drive that God has given to us, beyond motivated, driven. Motivation gets you started. That this is the Christ energy. It keeps us driven. It keeps us going. That's what we see. When I see that, what a inspirational image to see. What a powerful image to see. Just like looking at that. And sometimes, and you might be getting this for the first time. Where do you find your inspiration? Even within the work that I do, I always take time. I take time to share about maybe sports, athletes, warriors, right? Different things that are going to keep you inspired, right? When you look at something, right? And then you could take out the accountability mirror on yourself, and you're saying, am I doing this stuff? How do I improve my life? How do I put my best foot forward? This is empowerment. Beautiful things. Please hit the like button if you're getting this message of empowerment at this time. It's such a powerful moment. This is a catalyst moment. And so I heard people, they are very concerned. There is a lot of fear. Okay? And what we need to do is remove the fear from the people. And if you're new to the channel, I share about the consciousness scale. You have to start, if you're getting this for the first time, I know there's all different types of people that are tuned in to this very powerful message. You have to look at the scale of consciousness. Lisa Patterson, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you very much, Lisa. Thank you. You have to look at the scale of consciousness. Fear, guilt, and shame. Do people shame you? Do people shame you for living your life a certain way? Do people shame you for thinking a certain way? You really have to get in touch with these frequencies and know them. These are your states of consciousness, right? Your Uncle Mike teaches you your states of consciousness. That's where we have to be focused on. You need to surround yourself with people that are empowering, that pick you up, that support you, not people that gaslight you, and not people that say negative things. Because I don't really have any negative people in my surroundings. We all go through this. We all go through a pruning. We all go through tough times, but tough times don't last. Tough people do. And that's what I see. I see a vision. I see a vision of a man that was just attacked, and he rises again, and he puts his fist in his air, and we say that tough times don't last, but tough people do. And if you want greatness, if you want to restore this reality, if you want the best, you want to build a new earth, you want to be a leader of the new earth, you have to be tough. It's not just unicorns and rainbows and everything is a sugar plum fairy. There's real stuff that has to be dealt with. And what is coming to the surface, right? The light is coming to the surface. Each and every one of you are simply a lighthouse. All we can do is be a lighthouse at this time. You're not here to wake people up, change. All you have to do is be yourself in your full, authentic glory. You have to be authentic. And we're seeing this. Authentic knows. What do they say? Realize. Realize. You're realizing the truth. You're realizing the authentic people. You're realizing and you're feeling the frequency. The Christ frequencies are here. Liz Brown, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you, Liz. Thank you so much for that, Liz. And a long time ago, I shared about the event. It's the expansion of human consciousness, and people need to rise from different backgrounds. And I did a video out in nature, right? And I said, we need teachers, we need doctors, we need whatever the background is. You could be a firefighter, police officer. It doesn't matter your background, but you obtained a specific grouping of unique skills and abilities from your background. I'm here to tell you, you are not your background. You are not the subconscious programming of what other people have of you. You are the spark of energy that's inside of you. When we look at this catalytic event, this is an eruption. So the energy that kept coming to me is an eruption. Now, sometimes we think of the end of the world, we see a massive volcano erupt. And we think of the apocalypse and book of Revelation, it's the end of the world. It's the end of a world, right? It's the end of a world. It's the end of the matrix. But it's the birth of a new earth. This energy has been, it's coming up to the surface. Now, how has this been, going? So now what we just had, I'm going to take you through this right now, right? We have very deep lessons here on this channel. If you're new, if you just joined in, could you hit the like button? Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that if this message is resonating with you. This is a catalyst moment, a quantum event that is a catalyst for the energies that have been coming in, that have been stored inside of you, right? If you ever heard of the seeds that I plant today will not bear fruit today, seeds have been planted within you. God has planted energies, seeds that a catalyst event has now occurred. A catalyst event is now to set off the energies of Christ that are inside of you. Jennifer, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you very much, Jennifer. The solar flash. Solar energies have been coming in, right? And we're seeing this right now. I just heard like a statistic, like in 2018, 2019, we had one M-class solar flare, and now there's like 60 M-class solar flares this year. That's wild. Right? So, and again, I don't know if that's the exact, but it was something like that. So these energies are building up inside of you, the micro and the macrocosm. Please pay attention to the message of eruption. We could see this in the world. A lot of times when we have massive solar activities, right? These energies, the neutrinos, they actually penetrate the solid, right? Surface of the earth, and it builds inside. And solar flares, we see an association with increased earthquakes and volcanism. So what we're seeing right now, this energy has been building. So if you're new to this, you might be experiencing the ascension symptoms. Maybe you felt tightness in your spine, especially at the base of your spine. Are you on the live chat? You could write in the comments as well. Are you experiencing this? Maybe you were experiencing tightness in your spine. The energy is building up inside of you. Now is a catalyst event. Now is the catalyst event for the energy to come out, for the energies of Christ to come out. An eruption in the micro and the macrocosm. These are the energies that are right now. It's right now. We all have a different background. And we all do different things for our everyday lives. And we all represent ourselves a different way. But what we need to do during very pivotal times like right now, we have to come together and utilize our unique skills so that we can mitigate, right, the fears, the anxiety of people. I recently was listening to Dr. Phil, Dr. Phil, and it's amazing. I see all these different people, and prophecies were made to be fulfilled. If you had never heard of the Hopi Prophecy Rainbow Warriors, right? The Rainbow Warriors. And what that is, and you look it up if you didn't, if you're not aware of it, and it said, when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people will come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and whom by their actions and deeds will make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow, right? So we all have a different background. We all have different skills, and we're utilizing these skills right now. So Dr. Phil, what he was saying, and he's a psychologist, and what he was talking about is really not on face value. It's not really say what his background was all about, but he said people, they are anxious about this. They have anxiety about this. They have fear about this. So I'm talking about it. So that's what we have to stay focused on right now, is actually talking about these things, right? That is how, right, we're bringing something into reality. We have to talk about these things. And, just like he, shared, you have to talk about it. And that's how we're servicing others, just at face value. It doesn't look like, oh, this is something that we usually, but it's all connected. You're going to find something right now. Hit the like button if you're here to improve everyone's journey right now. It's such a potent time. Those that are deeply connected to God, right? I stay deeply connected on a daily basis. No one told me I have to do this. I put my ascension first, right? I put my work. This is my vocation in life. I put it first. On a daily basis, I go out in nature. I spend alone time with God. No one told me, hey, this is what you have to do. The best things I've ever done in life are things that I didn't have to do. I did it because I felt driven, beyond motivated, driven to do it. And this is the work that we're doing. So we have to speak about very powerful and potent things at this time. I appreciate everyone stumbling in. Okay? So what we're seeing, and we watch, and I've watched, the hand of God move. You will watch the hand of God move. The live chat, every time we have a powerful message, the live chat kind of glitches. So I like to see you guys in the live chat. Hit that like button if you're here. The hand of God moves, and this is always the case. And this is how it is. God allows the enemy to expose itself. If you go back to earlier in this lesson, the narcissist always exposes itself. The narcissist always, it totally destroys itself. The narcissist always outplays its hand. If you study the narcissistic energy, hit the subscribe button. We teach you about narcissists in your everyday life as well. You might be going through this right now, and all of a sudden, right, you can watch, oh, you have friends, and then later down the road, oh, you realize, hey, they weren't your friends, right? They were parasites in disguise, and now all of a sudden they're maybe talking against you, maybe they're slandering you, maybe they're gaslighting you. Is that happening to you? Right? We have a family here of empowerment, so this really does happen. But what does God do? God allows these things to backfire in a powerful way. God allows these things to backfire in a powerful way. God reverses these things. You might like memes like I do. Do you like memes, Light Warriors? So memes. There is a meme about the narcissist, right? There's this angry dog. The angry dog, he got the teeth. It's jumping up to bite the bird. The bird is floating in the air, minding its own business. The dog jumps up to bite the bird. But what the dog doesn't realize, it's on the edge of the cliff. So what the dog just did, it jumped up to bite the bird, and it actually jumped off the cliff. It was so focused on trying to destroy the bird, the dog jumped off the cliff. That's what's happening right now. Hit the like button if this is resonating with you. Hit the like button if you're learning something new. Share the message so that people, we could see. When you start to see the energy themes, when you look at that meme and you see the dog jumping up to bite the bird, it's going off the cliff. God allows these enemies to destroy themselves. Every parasite will be broken and eviscerated by the hand of God. We have to remember the words, people are lost. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. A lot of people, they've lost their ways from God. Here we show how everyday life people can become empowerment with the power of God inside of them. Obscure Cosmos, thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. If they try hard to silence someone, they will be the one with truth, just like your channel. The archangels watch over us. I appreciate you very much, Obscure Cosmos. Yeah, you never know who's who. It's a very powerful time, Light Warriors. A very powerful time. And, you know, I've shared, you know, this over and over again. This is a family affair. And that's where we have to bring back togetherness. We have to bring back the family. You could write that in the comments as well. This is a family affair. And the family is here right now. And the family is watching this through. And we have to get back to God. And, you know, let's just take a moment to just pray for all of our people. And we ask Almighty God to protect all of our brothers and sisters in Christ and protect them on their journey and empower them and keep them empowered and beyond motivated, driven. And we ask Almighty God to give all of our brothers and sisters in Christ an inexhaustible source of energy so that they could do their work every single day and improve their personal life and the lives of others. Infinite protection, and we ask Almighty God to take all spells, all negativity, and send it back to where it came from. Clear and remove all negativity and protect all our brothers and sisters, the energy of Christ. I am High Commander, and so it is. It's a powerful time, kid. Each and every one of us are rising right now. This is our true ascension right now. This is a catalyst moment. And I know it looks very dark and scary right now, but I'm here to assure you, everything's going to be just fine, kid. And you know, I can reflect on my life. I didn't have an easy journey. You know, this is a great revelation period. And we all go through trials and tribulations. And God is going to make you look at it's going to look like, wow, you're as close to the bottom as you possibly can. And it's very revealing. It's a very revealing time period. You will reveal, everything will be revealed to you. And I shared this energy theme. It's on the channel. You go to the channel page, you check it out. God is revealing the truth of you. You might have been persecuted over your life. We're all a family. We all go through these trials and tribulations. But it is amazing to watch the hand of God move. Massive reversal coming right now, like never before. It's, what do they say? It's always darkest before the dawn. Don't be fearful. Don't be in those lower states of consciousness. And all different types of people are tuned into this message. And that's why your Uncle Mike is here to present this information, that regardless of your background, if you stumbled across this message, there's something here for you to help you stay empowered through this turbulence that we're in, right? But this is a refining moment. It's a refining moment for the world. It's a refining moment maybe for you. This is the rise of Christ energy. What is Christ? Christ is light, which is truth. What is light? Light is information. What is the most high on the consciousness scale? It is the truth. The top of the consciousness scale says is. Truth is the most high. Christ is the most high. Christ is light. Now we start to see the connections regardless of your background. It's my honor to be here every single day to keep you focused and motivated during this time period. This is a journey of self-discovery. You're discovering more about yourself. You say, you know what? This is a time period. So what's the catalyst? Yeah, I never thought I could do this stuff. But you're watching empowerment right now. I never believed. You know, I've done things in the past few years. In my prior self, I would say I could never believe that I could do something like that. And God wants the best for us. We get on our highest timeline. It's not easy getting there. It's not easy getting there. But there has to be a catalyst moment, a motivation, a togetherness. I've shared this over and over again. Collectively, we're better than the sum of our parts. So there are subconscious programs that divide people, that put them in their ego. They think that they're better, right? It's so wild. It's so wild, and I'm going to teach you perception. I'm going to teach you perception. If you're here, please hit the like button so everyone will get this next lesson. All I do, and that's why you really have to stay focused on yourself. You have to stay focused on empowerment. You have to focus on the highest timeline. I keep sharing this. Natalie Rogers, thank you so much for that. Massive shifts are happening. This is the best channel. I appreciate that very much. So grateful you're here. If you feel that this is the best channel, if it's just helping you on your journey, could you hit the like button? More and more people are finding this channel every single day. This ain't my first rodeo. It's just divine timing. I have two more things to share in this lesson. Very powerful things. So how I can look back. So I see things pop up on the YouTube stream, and I see two dueling messages on the same topic. So that's what I'm here to teach you. That's the next. How could we take this event? And we could see what's inside of a person when they come maybe to present on social media, or what are they putting out to the people? And I saw two dueling messages that popped up on the screen, right? So when I share about your perception becomes reality, I see one message talking about Secret Service agents and how they threw their bodies without care, like to have people, I'm sure they have bulletproof vests on, but they literally threw their bodies as a shield on top of President Trump. So one message was saying how the Secret Service agents, they literally they don't think, they just throw their bodies on top of President Trump. And then the other title of another video writes, this guy blasts the lack of professionalism of the Secret Service agents. Two timelines, two frequencies. What are you tuned into? Your perception becomes reality. I'm looking, your Uncle Mike is always watching. That's how I am where I am. I'm watching everything. And I see one person writes, wow, the Secret Service agents, they just throw their bodies like a human shield right on top of President Trump. And the other one's critiquing, the lack of professionalism. Person blasts and slams. They write all these things so this is what goes on in the world. And I've seen this across the board, and we got to get rid of the negativity in the world and start looking at the positive. I mean, we just had isn't that like a crazy event that just happened? And people got to come out on their soapbox, and they're looking and they want to critique all these things. You know, a lot of people, they critique things, and the more that we go into these energies, I've shared this energy theme in the beginning of the year. I also have a Patreon community. The link is in the description. And we collaborate on Zoom because it's about we, the people. And you could write that in the comments about we. It's not, some people are out there, it's me. It's actually about we, the people. And, we were saying in the beginning, what are the energy themes of this year? And we all collectively agreed that we're so done with the negativity. You can't even listen to the negativity. I've reached a place, I watch zero news, no mainstream. And that's why I shared earlier in this lesson, I'm very detached. So I really could pick up on the frequencies. And the energy that came in was eruption. And then later that day, we had an eruption, a catalyst moment. This is what's happening. You look in the past, and this is the other message that God has given to me. Pay attention without fear. And sometimes the familiar past in the mind, you think it's going to become your future. And we look at the past. We look at beautiful people in the past. And we look at Abraham Lincoln, we look at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and we look at President John F. Kennedy. And these men were assassinated. And yesterday, that attempt failed. And the message from God, and I know a lot of you are tuned into the messages of God as well, this time, it will be different, is the message of God. You're watching your people be persecuted your whole life. You watch it in history. The energies have shifted. The light of Christ has already come to this earth. People are waiting for maybe someone to float in the clouds. The energy of Christ consciousness is within each and every one of you. It's within your DNA receptors. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission, and that's why I've been here all along, and so have you. This time, it will be different, is the message of God. Everyone, thousands of people could write it in the comments section. This time, it will be different. I know a lot of people, you have a lot of fear inside. You have a lot of anxiety. Listen, it's not, and again, at face value, I'm here to, at face value, my first reaction, that's why I'm showing people, don't be reactive. I didn't come rushing on. I didn't come rushing on to, I got to hurry up and get the video up. I sat with it. I had a mentor years ago, right? Hit the like button if you're learning something new. Appreciate that. I had a mentor years ago. He said, sit with it, sit with it. A lot of people, they look, hurry up, rush, get it up. I sat with it. Because you do have a reactionary, reaction. It's a negative thing. But I sat with it. I let it marinate. I have a phrase, let it marinate, let it marinate, let it marinate. And I slept on it. And all the things that have been coming to me, my journey has not been easy. I know some of you are new to this channel. But each and every one of us have to be refined to be our best version for this year. For this year. We're not waiting to fight people, and you might be getting me, right? And you say, you have people that, well, what's your 5-year plan? And you're like awake and aware to the time period you're in. And you're like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What's your 5-year plan? No, the plan is maybe today, maybe tomorrow. You could see, it's so, when you woke up yesterday, right? You didn't know what was now we're like, I had plans. And even in this actual message, just how detailed I'll get, even in this I was planning on coming on the energy theme, right? Was eruption, the energy theme of the event. And then that happened. So you have to be flexible. You need to be like the water at this time. And what you need to stay focused on, ready? I know it's confusing. I keep it real simplified. We are all moving in the same general direction. What is that, Uncle Mike? We are raising our core vibrational frequency. Even if it's 1% every day, we are moving, and we'll all have our individualized journeys. There's no right or wrong, but we're moving up in the same general direction. CC, thank you so much for that. Keep praying for our everyday lives. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a very powerful month for our community and channel. If you made it all the way through, grateful for all the support for this message and our channel. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. We have daily videos 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you become the best version of yourself. We don't have to be perfect, But the most powerful force in the universe is the power of authenticity. Let's stay focused on becoming 1% better every single day. Let's stay focused on how we could become the change that we want to see in the world. When you all stay focused on that, when we collectively all raise up our frequency, that's what we're doing right now, actually. And I know a lot of people might be tuned in, you might be new to this. This is the energy theme that we're going through. Raising, we all raise our frequency, we change the world. It's a powerful moment. It's a catalyst moment in the history of humanity. Very, very pleased and grateful that, Donald Trump is safe and survived that moment. But these are the biblical moments in history when we look at God and we see how God puts us all in the position. And again, it's not always going to be exactly the same, but these are the themes. And literally is always darkest before the dawn. This is the birth of the new earth. Stay focused. I have very powerful messages on this channel. Check out the channel page. There'll be videos on the left-hand side that are going to help you improve your life. Let's take ownership. Let's be empowered. Let's be the best there is at what we do. Wake up every day. Whatever it is you do, be the best there is at it, right? And by doing so, you're improving the lives of many different people. There's someone out there that's counting on you. And what we're seeing right now, it's empowering people. Think of that image. And think of that image of keep going. That's what we have to do. Never stop, never give in. Get connected to God. And if you're new to the channel, I show you how to improve your life and get a stronger connection in all three phases. Let's be the best version of ourselves. And hey, let's make our lives great again. Let's get back in tune. Let's have some fun. I did a video. Don't you want to have fun? It's all that, whatever words you want to use. Some people, that was the answer. It just came to me. Don't you want to have fun? We're actually supposed to have fun. We're supposed to come together. So anyway, I'm going to continue my everyday life. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay motivated. I want to live my life. I'm putting out the frequency of connecting with millions and millions of people that also want to have fun. Do you want to have fun? I know it's scary, but it is a time period of abundance. It's a time period, but we have to witness this dark event. We have to witness it. Sometimes you have to be shown it so that you will have the courage to step into your power. And again, it's authentically, we pray for our people. This is not about someone else. This is about you, the person that's made it all the way through the end of this message. God is counting on you. Will you answer the call? High Commander is on the ground. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. We'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Please share this message. Keep going. Stay motivated. I love you all. Let's be the best